All right, mobile gamers, brace yourselves today. We're diving into the most heated debate in mobile FPS right now. Bloodstrike versus Delta Force Mobile. Which one is the best? Which one will make your phone feel like it's about to explode? Well, before we all start throwing virtual grenades at each other in the comments section, let me say this. This video isn't about declaring a winner. I'm not here to be the judge. This is about exploring both games in all their glory, what they do right, what they do differently, and why each one might be the better fit for you. So sit tight, grab your favorite snack, and let's break this down. Let's dive into the real talk about Bloodstrike versus Delta Force Mobile. Let's talk about movement first, because if you don't know how to move, you're basically a target with legs. In Bloodstrike, the movement is fast and furious, like you're running from a horde of zombies who've just learned how to use Google Maps. There's slide canceling, backsliding, and a fancy little trick that's basically the digital equivalent of moonwalking, but with bullets flying at your face. If you're good at moving, you're good at winning. Meanwhile, Delta Force takes a more tactical approach. It's not about running around like a speedster on a caffeine high. Instead, Delta Force rewards players who understand map positioning, taking cover, and making each move count. You don't have to be a human jetpack to survive, just a careful strategist. You'll find yourself creeping through buildings, peeking corners, dolphin diving, and so much more. So if you like going full speed and pulling off crazy moves, Bloodstrike is like the racing car of shooters. But if you like plotting your moves like a chess master, Delta Force is your tactical tank. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of every FPS, the guns. You're here to shoot things, right? In Bloodstrike, the guns feel snappy, almost like they've been injected with a little bit of rocket fuel. The guns are somewhat balanced, with some exceptions like the WZI or the ORIG-IN-12. On the other hand, Delta Force is a bit more grounded in its gunplay. The TTK is balanced, giving you more time to react. You can't just spray and pray. Well, you can, but you probably won't hit anything other than the air. It's more about making your shots count in precision over just button mashing. But here's the catch, both games reward skill. In Bloodstrike, if you're good with movement and timing, you'll melt through enemies faster than a popsicle in the summer sun. Meanwhile, Delta Force makes you earn your kills, turning each moment into a mini chess match with high stakes. Okay, let's talk about graphics for a second, because in the world of mobile shooters, things can get a little pixelated. Bloodstrike has solid graphics, especially with its unique, stylized art direction. Sure, it might not be the most realistic shooter out there, but it's vibrant, colorful, and fast-paced, perfect for mobile. But then there's Delta Force, which brings in a more realistic feel. The environments look crisp, the characters have detailed models, and the lighting? Oh boy, it's like they stole the sun and put it in a mobile game. If you're a sucker for good visuals, Delta Force is probably going to win you over with its stunning graphics that make your phone feel like it's in a high-budget Hollywood film. Now, as for performance, Delta Force is a little bit more optimized, which means it runs smoother, especially on mid-tier devices. No complaints here. Bloodstrike runs well too, but if we're being real, Delta Force tends to run a bit better. So if you're still rocking that old phone from 2018, Delta Force might just be the better choice. Now on to the hot topic, monetization. Look, no one likes feeling like they're being forced to spend money just to enjoy a game. And both Bloodstrike and Delta Force handle monetization a little differently. Bloodstrike has skins, emotes, and other cosmetics available through purchases, but it also occasionally offers some free stuff through grinding. On the other hand, Delta Force has insane, colorful skins that are just fun to look at. But here's the kicker, unlike some games, you don't have to spend money on the game to get premium skins. You can earn the skins that others pay for by grinding and acquiring handle bricks, which can then be used to spin draws for gun skins in the game. Now that's a pretty sweet deal. The cosmetics are flashy, and you won't feel like your credit card is sweating every time you want something new. So whether you're grinding away for cosmetics or buying them directly, both games let you express yourself in fun ways. But Delta Force takes it up a notch by allowing you to grind for some of the paid skins. But what about the content and community? This is where things get even more interesting. So let's talk about Bloodstrike's content drops for a second. Yeah, they do drop new stuff occasionally, like limited time game mode, but it's kind of hit or miss lately. Every now and then, they surprise us with something new and you're like, okay, that's actually kind of fire. And they are working on a new Battle Royale map, which honestly sounds promising. If done right, that could really shake things up and bring some fresh hype back into the game. Because let's be real right now, there's not much going on. Hopefully the next drop brings something crazy, because the game definitely needs it. But let's not forget Delta Force. Now Delta Force has been making some serious waves with its global launch. In fact, it's hit #1 in several countries across the world. Yes, you heard that right, #1. It's clear there's a growing community around Delta Force. People are loving the tactical gameplay, the grind for skins, and the fact that it feels different from the usual mobile shooter. It's not a clone of other games. It's found its own identity. And the best part? The community is active, and the devs seem to be listening. Delta Force is still evolving, adding new content and making the game even better. I've got a feeling it's only going to get bigger from here. So which one is better? Honestly, that's up to you. There's no clear winner. If you want speed, aggressive movement, and a fast-paced combat experience, Bloodstrike might be more your speed. But if you're into tactical gameplay, realism, and a community-driven experience, Delta Force could be the better pick for you. Both games have their strengths, and at the end of the day, they both bring something special to the table. It's not about which one's better, it's about which one fits your playstyle. So what do you think? Which game is your favorite? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And hey, if you're interested in checking out more gameplay, tips, and tricks, make sure to hit subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future content. Catch you next time. Peace out, gamers.
Strategic beacon ready to deploy.